Social customs include actions, behaviors, something that's specific to a certain culture. So let's say if we were to greet somebody, Chinese or Japanese would bow and shake hands simultaneously. Where Americans, there are several greetings. There's handshakes, there's hugs, there's kisses, um, or just a simple hello. It just depends on the person, the environment. A handshake to American culture or a firm handshake would be applicable in an interview, let's say. You can say, um, thank you for interviewing me, and then a firm handshake signifies that, hey, this person's confident and they're interested in the job. Um, Japanese, Chinese cultures, they're different from Americans. So let's say marriages. Their marriages are arranged, and their living arrangements would be the parents living with the married couple. Even Mexican cultures, there's more people in one household than an American culture. So, using myself as an example, I live alone, where Indians or Chinese, Japanese culture, even Turkish, the elders live with the new married couple. Um, so, to talk about culture, we can go into social orientation. That explains a person's behaviors, relationships, how they adapt, um, or just people and society in general. So this would actually be a good example if we use New York City, where there's a plethora of nationalities, ethnicities, social classes, um, statuses, as far as most people in New York City have a lot of money because it's a lot of money to live there. So that would be a social status. So they would be considered educated and rich, where you have Chinatown. So, yeah, there are Americans in Chinatown, but it wouldn't be the social norm for an American to move into Chinatown because it's predominantly Chinese. That's how they're adapting to a society because they're coming from their country into a subculture of New York City, which is Chinatown, how they have their food and their customs and their religions and their groups of people to make it feel like home in another country. Um, Social issues, that comes with culture because one, religion, race, ethnicity, beliefs, economic status, that can all raise an issue. Um, so let's just say a Chinese or Japanese person comes into America. America believes in abortion, so this may raise an issue. A lot of our beliefs are different from their norms. Um, so that's just a different stratification. So if we talk about social stratification, it's a term used to separate the classes of people within a society. Like I had mentioned before, if you look in New York City, you have Chinatown, you have, um, places that are predominantly of an Indian culture. Um, they have their religions and food and beliefs and customs, and they can continue their way of life outside of their country because it's just a smaller culture living in a different country. So if I think of myself in a social country, a social stratification, I would say that I believe in living by myself or um, making my own money or don't have to have a lot of people living with me or different marriages, or I believe in divorce where another culture wouldn't believe in a divorce. If they arrange the marriage, then the marriage is basically for life. Um, so any branch of social science, social stratification, social issues, social orientation, and that all backs up to social customs, which is anything from language, religion, food, family, beliefs, economic status, anything that encompasses that and so much more describes our society as a whole. Um, that's why we should be more accepting of other cultures. Unfortunately, not all of us are. Just to embrace all of our differences would definitely make this world a better place.